Veal production represents one of the cruelest industries on the face of the earth.
Hello, I'm Bob Barker, and we're going to share with you the
Veal production represents one of the cruelest industries on the face of the planet, and its abusive treatment of baby calves should not be tolerated in an ethical society. Ohioans should be outraged that this blatant abuse is currently legal in our state. Farmed animals experience pain and suffering the same way as our beloved dogs and cats. As a civilized society, it's our moral obligation to prevent needless cruelty. It's time that state and federal laws provide these animals with protection from abuse and exploitation. Currently, Ohio has some of the weakest animal cruelty laws in the nation. Because of Ohio's inadequate animal protection laws and the fact that no federal laws protect farm animals during their lives on factory farms, cruelty to animals is commonplace on dairy farms and veal farms in our state. As this investigation and Mercy for Animals investigation at Conklin Dairy Farms revealed, farm animals often suffer in silence. These investigations show that animal agriculture cannot be trusted to self-regulate. Today we're calling on the Livestock Care Board to take swift and decisive action on adopting standards to eliminate the cruel practice of chaining baby calves in restrictive veal crates. Chaining baby calves in veal crates is so cruel that this practice has been banned in 5 states, including all 27 countries of the European Union. It's time Ohio follows suit. On June 30th, the Ohio Farm Bureau, Governor Ted Strickland, the Humane Society of the United States, and Ohioans for Humane Farms signed a landmark agreement pledging to work together to, among other things, phase out veal crates in Ohio by 2017. With the support of leaders in the Ohio farming, veterinary, business, and humane communities to do away with this egregious form of animal abuse, there's no reason why the Livestock Board cannot take and has not taken swift and decisive action to do away with this cruel practice. It appears the board is dragging its feet on this important matter. Common sense and public opinion are in agreement that veal crates cause unacceptable suffering to animals and should be immediately phased out. This concludes the press conference. I am happy to answer any questions at this time.
Does Mercy for Animals support?
What is the timeline for Mercy for Animals to have the board do something?
We would like to see this practice ended immediately. However, we're asking that the Livestock Board implement the recommendations of the agreement reached on June 30th. I could get you a copy of that agreement.
Does Mercy for Animals support group housing of veal calves as opposed to crates?
The majority of animals raised in this country are in these crate and tether confinement systems. We would like to see these phased out. We know that other states do use a group housing method. However, even executed with the highest standards, raising veal is inherently cruel.
So Buckeye Veal Farms, their response to this was that they've already begun converting to group housing over crates. I mean, since the video was shot, are you saying that there's nothing that they could do short of stopping raising veal to meet what you would like to see done?
We know they pledged to phase out veal in 2013. We'd like to see that in writing. And we would like the Ohio Livestock Board to implement the standards of the agreement that reached on June 30th and phase out this cruel practice in Ohio.
So is Mercy for Animals criticizing Buckeye Veal Farm specifically, or veal production in its entirety?
Veal production is inherently cruel, and we are trying to pressure the board to accept the recommendations of Governor Strickland, the Ohio Farm Bureau, the Humane Society of the United States, to phase out this cruel practice. It's unacceptable. 5 other states have banned it. All 27 countries of the European Union have banned this practice. There's no reason Ohio needs to continue creating veal in this manner.
So my question is Buckeye Veal Farm, is it the example, or are they Veal Farm as a soapbox for veal production?
The footage covered under Buckeye Veal shows what the industry considers standard practice. Mercy for Animals believes the standard practice to be inherently cruel. When you chain a baby calf by the neck for its entire life, whereas it cannot turn around, walk, play, or engage in natural behaviors, is cruel and unacceptable.
But Buckeye Veal Farm would be an example of an industry standard, correct?
Again, regardless if if the execution of those standards is still inherently cruel.
So you want them to stop the crate tethering immediately, or 2017, or what?
We want the livestock board to implement standards to phase it out in the entire state of Ohio.
When?
Well, we would love to see them do that now. According to the agreement reached, the phase out would be in 2017. But the board has yet to make a single standard to improve the lives of farm animals in Ohio. They've been dragging their feet, and we're pressuring the board to take a stand. We know that the Ohio Veterinary Medical Association, the American Veterinary Medical Association, all show evidence that veal crates in this manner are cruel.
It's been 2 months since that agreement was signed. Is there any reason why to think that the livestock board isn't working on these standards? And
We haven't seen them enact a single standard. Nothing has come from them since they were started in 2009.
Corey, the veal production we've known about for a long time, and it's not great, but honestly, what's new today?
What's new?
What's new about this?
Well, what's new is that Ohioans are now more shocked about what's happening in our state. We're asking that the Livestock Care Standards Board phase out this cruel practice that we feel is inherently cruel and rampant throughout the industry.
Right. This is the way it's been done for a long time, and people haven't been outraged for years and years and years, so what's new about this?
Well, we have a unique opportunity in Ohio to make a difference for these animals' lives now. With the Ohio Livestock Board being created, we have a prime opportunity to make standards for farm animals in the state of Ohio. And we are hoping that showing this footage will pressure the board to adopt these standards.
But you're not arguing that Buckeye Veal Farm adheres to current standards. They're not outside the current standards.
The footage shown at Buckeye Veal Farm would be considered standard practice. And sadly in Ohio, we have the worst animal cruelty laws in the country, and there are no federal laws that protect farm animals while living on the farm.
Have you talked to the board? What have they said to you?
We've sent a letter to the board. Our executive director, Nathan Runkle, sent a letter to the board this morning.
So this is the first contact you've had with them to ask about it. So you haven't heard back from them yet?
We have not.
While you lash out.
You know, the board's been dragging their feet. They've had months, and they have leaders in our state. Governor Ted Strickland and the Ohio Farm Bureau have all encouraged the board to make these recommendations, and they have done nothing.